Avian timekeepers, the raven watch of yareakh. So it came to pass at the end of 40 days that Noah opened the window of the ark which he had made, and he sent out a raven, and it flew here and there until the water was dried up from the earth. The raven and doves appear to be counting 7 days on either side of summer solstice. Each day is not described in month-day format, but rather a count relative to previous days. Let's look at this inside Stellarium. Starting with the end of 40 days, when Venus reappears at sunrise, we count 7 days. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And behold, the sun is in summer solstice mark, the longest day and shortest night of the year. We count another 7 days. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Here, Mercury starts its apparent retrograde motion. In this ancient calendar system, the shortest night and the longest day appear to have been encoded in the birds. That is, 1 dark raven and 3 light doves. Within this is hidden a ratio of darkness and light. 1 raven representing 6 hours of summer darkness, and 3 doves representing 18 longer hours of daylight. The narrative describes the sending of the birds as follows: a raven which remains outside, and a dove which returns to the ark. 7 days pass, then a dove is sent and returns again. 7 more days pass, and a dove is sent and does not return. In the Hebrew language, the birds are prefixed with Alef Tav. This Alef Tav prefix indicates that the act of sending is applied to each bird. Yet, the author of the lexicon made an uncertain connection that Alef Tav may relate to the word for signs or marks, Alef Tav Tav. Signs, to which Genesis 1:14 records, are in the lights of heaven. Then God said, "Let there be lights in the firmament of the heavens to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs and seasons and for days and years." If Alef Tav is related to sign, then the birds may contain signs or marks which can be observed within this ancient calendar system of the night sky. I want to make this absolutely clear. We are looking for signs to help keep track of the passing of time. Signs like the markers or symbols around the rim of our round wall clocks today. These marker signs are recognizable shapes used simply to track the passage of time. Yet, we all know that some will twist these symbols and signs into more than just calendar markers. There are 2 regions on this chart that may relate to the raven, of which, as always, we must discern if they are intentionally recorded or just a coincidence. Ayin is marked by the moon, and Gimel by Mars. The Hebrew word for moon is yareakh, and the word for Mars is madim. The word orev, or raven, starts with an ayin. Strong's lexicon relates raven to a word with the same 3 letters, erev, which means evening. What do the words evening and raven have in common? How about the dark evening colors of raven feathers? Could it really be as simple as finding the yareakh, or moon, in the Ayin constellation? Ayin being the first letter for the word orev, or raven. In an earlier chapter, we looked at how the Ayin can be seen as an eye in the Milky Way nebula. Let us take a closer look at this Ayin region to see if we can spot a dark feathered raven shape. Yes, indeed, there is an outline of a dark raven with wings raised up in flight, tail in Ayin, beak is to the right, feet extended down. The narrative added some important details. It flew here and there until the water dried up from the earth. And verse 14 marks this very date. And in the 2nd month, on the 27th day of the month, the earth was dried. Let us now carefully follow this raven-like shape or marker in the Milky Way to the 2nd month and 27th day. We will shift-click to add a marker under the bird's feet to make it easier to follow. Indeed, this raven-like shape stops flying, having its feet standing on the sunset horizon on the day the earth was dry. When the raven was released, Mars was also in the Gimel region. On the day that the earth was dry, when the Ayin Orev raven stands on the western horizon, we also find Gimel resting on the eastern horizon. When we last looked at the letter Ayin, we considered its sound in relation to a crying eye or fountain. We noted how the Ayin region resembles the shape of the letter and the shape of an eye. Now this same Ayin region appears to be used as a reference marker for the Orev raven shape. This should come as no surprise, as we still maintain today a similar alphabet tradition with children's ABC books. Each letter has multiple objects that represent the same sound. Likewise, our modern star catalogs, used to describe the stars, will apply multiple names to the same nebula.
Avian has traditionally been described as a voiced pharyngeal fricative. However, this may be imprecise. Although a pharyngeal fricative has occasionally been observed for ayin in Arabic and so may occur in Hebrew as well, the sound is more commonly epiglottal. And may also be a pharyngealized glottal stop.
The raven, in a sense, may help us understand the original sound made by this letter. Another guttural throat letter that we will look at is Gimel. And on this same day, at dawn, we find Mars is in Gimel. Could it be that this calendar system is assisting us to read by alluding to the sounds of the raven and a crying eye? Could it be that the ancient astronomers learned to read by studying both the shapes and motions of the heavens? Let us finish with the section for bird lovers out there. We will explore a Cornell University webpage on ravens. As we examine the properties of a raven, let us at the same time consider the sound ayin and gimel, as we saw in this calendar system. Note the ga sound as guttural like ayin and gimel. In the next chapter, we will examine the first dove, the sounds that it makes, and how it relates to this calendar system.